You have been scrolling completely numbly for the last 20 minutes, haven't you? You are staring at your screen, letting video after video wash over you, trying to quiet the overwhelming noise in your mind. But I need you to stop right now. I need you to completely pause whatever you are doing, take a deep breath, and actually look at this video. This is not a random coincidence on your homepage. This is a direct, targeted divine interception. Over the last few weeks, a very heavy, subtle shift has happened in your spirit. You have slowly, almost invisibly, begun to disconnect from your spiritual team. You haven't done it on purpose. You haven't intentionally turned your back on God or the universe. But the sheer, suffocating weight of your 3D reality, the bills, the relationships, the endless daily anxieties, and the exhaustion of just trying to survive, has completely clouded your vision. God has been trying to get your attention for 14 straight days. He has been dropping profound, massive signs right at your feet, but you have been so hyper-focused on your stress, so consumed by the things that are going wrong, that you have been walking right past them. You asked the universe for an answer last month. You literally looked up and said, "Please, just tell me what to do." But because the answer did not come as a massive lightning bolt or a sudden lottery win, you assumed you were being ignored. You were not ignored. You were just spiritually asleep at the wheel. God is stepping in today because you are dangerously close to missing the exact timeline jump you have been praying for. The window of opportunity is right in front of you, but your frequency has dropped so low that you cannot even see the door. Before I reveal exactly what you have been missing, and before I show you the massive, life-altering shift that is waiting for you just on the other side of this spiritual fog, we must immediately pull you back into alignment. We have to violently break this trance. I need you to anchor yourself back into the present moment right now. Go to the comments and type this specific energetic reset: I am awake. I am listening. My spiritual eyes are officially open. By typing this, you are not just leaving a comment. You are signing a physical contract with the universe. You are telling your spirit guides that you are finally putting down the heavy distractions, you are stepping out of the anxiety loop, and you are ready to receive the raw, unfiltered truth. Now that your frequency is cleared and your soul is actually listening, we need to talk about the warning signs. In the next part of this deep dive, I am going to reveal the 3 specific, highly uncomfortable things that have been happening in your physical body and your environment this week. These are not accidents. They are the exact alarms God has been pulling to wake you up. Let us look at exactly how God has been trying to break through your numbness, because the spiritual realm does not just speak in angel numbers or feathers on the ground. When you ignore the subtle signs, the universe turns up the volume and starts affecting your physical reality. I am going to name 3 highly specific, uncomfortable things that have been happening to you over the last 7 to 14 days. When you hear these, you are going to realize just how deeply the divine has been intervening. First, your sleep architecture has been completely hijacked. You are either entirely exhausted all day long, completely unable to drag yourself out of bed, or you are experiencing highly specific, jarring awakenings in the middle of the night. You are suddenly snapping awake between 2 a.m. and 4 a.m., and your heart is beating just a little too fast, as if someone just called your name. Your mind immediately starts racing with 100 different worst-case scenarios. That is not just stress, and that is not insomnia. That specific window of the night is the witching hour, the exact moment when the veil between the physical and spiritual worlds is at its absolute thinnest. Your spirit guides have been violently waking you up because they desperately need to download new instructions into your subconscious, but your conscious mind has been too clouded with fear to receive them during the day. Second, your physical environment has become weirdly glitchy and frustrating. You have been dropping things out of nowhere. Your phone or your computer has been acting up, losing connection, or completely dying without warning. You have been running late for absolutely no logical reason, hitting every single red light, or dealing with sudden, highly irritating delays in your daily routine. Your logical brain just calls this bad luck. But in the quantum field, this is called frequency friction. Your internal vibration has become so misaligned with the massive blessing God is trying to bring to you that your energy is literally short-circuiting the technology and the timeline around you. The universe is physically throwing obstacles in front of you to force you to slow down and pay attention. And finally, the most important alarm of all, the physical sensation in your chest. For the last week, you have been carrying a very bizarre, heavy feeling right in the center of your chest or the pit of your stomach. It feels like a mild, buzzing anxiety, but it is not attached to any specific thought. It just feels like you are waiting for the other shoe to drop. It feels like something massive is pending, but you don't know what it is. That sensation is your soul's internal radar completely going off. It is the spiritual equivalent of a smoke detector. Your spirit knows that a massive timeline shift is hovering right over your head, and it is terrified that your physical human body is going to sleepwalk right past it. I need you to physically acknowledge these alarms right now so they can finally stop ringing. Go to the comments and type this declaration of awareness: I recognize the alarms. My spirit is listening. When you type this, you are telling the universe that the harsh wake-up calls are no longer necessary. You get the message. The frustrating delays and the sleepless nights can officially end because you are finally tuned in. But what exactly is hovering over your head? What is this massive shift that God is so desperately trying to point you toward? In the next part of this deep dive, I am going to reveal the exact blessing you are dangerously close to missing. I am going to expose the incredible opportunity that is currently sitting right in your blind spot. We have silenced the alarms. Now, I need you to open your spiritual eyes and look directly at what you have been missing. You have been so exhausted, so completely consumed by the stress of what is not working out in your life, that you have developed a massive spiritual blind spot. You have been staring relentlessly at a closed door. You have been obsessing over a relationship that failed, a financial situation that feels stuck, or an opportunity that completely fell through. You have been begging God to unlock that specific door for you. But here is the absolute truth that you have been ignoring. God permanently locked that door because what is behind it would have ultimately destroyed you. While you have been standing there, banging your fists against a dead end, crying over things that were never meant for your highest good, God has silently opened a massive, golden gate directly to your left. The blessing you have been praying for is already here. It has already manifested in your physical reality, but it did not come in the package you were expecting. Think very carefully about the last 14 days. Someone entirely new might have entered your orbit, or an old connection suddenly reached back out to you. You might have had a sudden, undeniable urge to start a new project, change your career path, or physically relocate. Or perhaps you were handed a very small, seemingly insignificant opportunity that your logical mind immediately dismissed because it didn't look like enough. That was not a random thought. That was not a coincidence. That was the seed of your entire empire being handed directly to you. God operates in the whispers, not the earthquakes. He places the miracle in the mundane to test your faith. The massive financial breakthrough, the profound unconditional love, and the absolute peace you have been desperately craving are all sitting quietly inside that new opportunity you have been ignoring. You are currently standing at the exact intersection of your old karmic loop and your new abundant timeline. If you keep looking backward at the closed doors, this golden gate will eventually close, and the cycle of suffering will reset. We need to violently pivot your focus right now. You must physically command your energy to shift away from the dead weight of the past. Go to the comments and type this specific quantum command: I release the closed doors. I am stepping into my true blessing. When you type this, you are completely severing the energetic cords attached to your past disappointments. You are telling the universe that you are no longer a prisoner to what did not work out, and you are finally turning your head to look at the massive miracle standing right next to you. But recognizing the blessing is only the first step. The universe demands physical proof that you are ready to hold it. In the next part of this deep dive, I am going to reveal the exact, non-negotiable physical action you must take within the next 24 hours. If you fail to do this one specific thing, your frequency will drop right back into the fog, and the golden gate will lock shut. It is not enough to simply see the golden gate. The universe does not reward passive observation, it rewards aligned, physical movement. Right now, you are standing at the threshold, looking at this massive new opportunity, this new relationship, or this new abundant timeline. But there is a very specific, physical reason why it has not fully materialized in your hands yet. The universe operates on an absolute, unbreakable principle called the law of the vacuum. Simply put, the universe cannot and will not pour fresh, high-vibrational blessings into a space that is already crammed full of stagnant, toxic, or outdated energy. You cannot ask God to bring you the love of your life when you are still holding on to the digital ghosts of people who broke you. You cannot ask for massive financial abundance when your physical and mental space is completely cluttered with the heavy debris of your past failures. You are asking for a brand new empire, but you are trying to build it on top of a landfill. This is the exact reason why I told you that you must take a highly specific, non-negotiable action within the next 24 hours. If you want this golden gate to stay open, you must physically create the vacuum. Here is your divine assignment. By this time tomorrow, you must perform an act of radical, physical clearing. You need to walk through your physical space and throw away or donate the items that are anchoring you to the timeline you are trying to escape. But more importantly, you must execute a digital clearing. You need to finally delete the old text threads you keep rereading. You need to block the numbers of the people who constantly drain your frequency. You need to unfollow the accounts that make you feel like you are falling behind in life. When you hit the delete button, you are not just clearing data from a phone. You are violently cutting the invisible karmic cords that are bleeding your energy dry. You are physically proving to the universe that you are willing to let go of the familiar pain to make room for the unfamiliar miracle. But there is a second, equally critical part to this assignment: absolute silence. When you feel this massive energetic shift happening, your human instinct will be to immediately text your friends, call your family, and tell everyone about the new opportunity or the new clarity you just received. Do not say a single word. When a seed is planted in the soil, it must incubate in the total, silent darkness before it can break through the surface. If you dig it up just to show people it is growing, it will die. If you share this incoming manifestation with people who are vibrating at a lower frequency, their logical doubt, their jealousy, or their unhealed trauma will instantly contaminate your miracle. Protect your golden gate with total silence. I need you to lock in this commitment right now. Go to the comments and type this sovereign vow: I am clearing the space. I am protecting my seed in silence. When you type this, you are officially signing the contract. You are telling your spiritual team that you are actively building the clean, empty runway required for your massive blessing to safely land. But I must warn you. The exact second you start clearing this space, something terrifying is going to happen. In the next part of this deep dive, I am going to expose the massive spiritual resistance that is about to hit you. The universe is going to throw one final, highly manipulative test your way tomorrow to see if you are truly ready to hold this new timeline. If you fall for this illusion, you lose the blessing entirely. I need you to listen to me closer than you have listened to anything else in this entire video. The exact second you begin this physical and digital clearing, the exact moment you hit delete, and finally decide to walk through that golden gate, the old timeline is going to violently pull back. In the spiritual community, we call this the extinction burst. It is the final, desperate attempt of your old karmic cycle to drag you back down into the familiar pain. The universe is going to throw a highly manipulative illusion right in front of your face to see if you are truly ready to hold the weight of this new blessing, or if you will crumble and go back to what is comfortable. Here is exactly what this trap is going to look like over the next 24 to 48 hours. Right as you commit to this new path, you are going to get a text message, an email, or a sudden, accidental, encounter with the exact person or situation you are trying to leave behind. The person who completely drained you, the person who abandoned you, or the toxic situation that broke your heart will suddenly reappear. And here is the most dangerous part: they are going to come back wearing a mask of false innocence. They might offer a half-hearted apology, they might say they miss you, or they might manufacture a sudden emergency that supposedly requires your immediate attention and empathy. It is going to feel incredibly validating to your human ego. Your ego will scream, "Look! They finally realize my worth. Let me just respond this one time." Do not fall for the trap. It is entirely a phantom. The universe is using them as a final exam. God is holding the keys to your new, massively abundant empire in one hand, and he is pointing at this returning ghost with the other, asking you one simple question: are you actually done playing in the dirt, or do you want to go back? If you respond to that text, if you engage with that drama, or if you let that old panic back into your nervous system, you will instantly fail the test. The golden gate will slam shut, the new blessing will be rerouted to someone else, and you will reset your cycle of suffering for another 6 months. You must stand completely still. You must observe the trap, recognize it as an illusion, and let it pass you by in total, absolute silence. I need you to build a wall of iron around your energy right now. Go to the comments and type this final, sovereign boundary: I recognize the illusion. I will not look backward. When you type this, you are officially disarming the trap. You are telling the universe that the old bait simply does not taste good to you anymore. You are immune to the manipulation. When you successfully ignore this trap, the resistance will shatter. In the next part of this deep dive, I am going to reveal the absolute explosion of miracles that will hit your reality the second you pass this test. The harvest is so much bigger than you can comprehend. And I am going to give you the exact, undeniable physical sign that proves your new timeline is fully locked in. The exact second you choose not to respond to that ghost, the exact moment you watch that illusion walk right past you without flinching, something massive is going to happen in the unseen realm. The karmic contract that has kept you trapped in a cycle of lack, heartbreak, and exhaustion for the last decade will officially expire. It will shatter into a million pieces. When you prove to the universe that you no longer need the crumbs of your past, the universe responds by giving you the entire bakery. The energetic vacuum you created by clearing your physical space and protecting your peace will immediately be filled. The dam is going to break. First, the heavy, suffocating anxiety that has been sitting on your chest for months will completely evaporate. You will wake up feeling lighter than you have felt since you were a child. Then, the physical manifestations will begin to flood in at a speed that will actually shock your logical mind. That new opportunity, that career shift, or that sudden financial opening that you have been quietly incubating will suddenly rapidly accelerate. The people who are meant to help you build your new empire will begin to magnetically gravitate toward you. And for those of you who have been praying for genuine, unconditional love, when you finally stop looking over your shoulder at the person who broke you, the universe will immediately place you directly on the collision course with the soul who was designed to heal you. This is the harvest you have been crying for. This is the timeline you have been dreaming about while you were standing in the dark. You have done the brutal, agonizing inner work. You survived the trenches. You passed the final test. You are no longer the victim of your story. You are the sovereign architect of your new reality. I want you to physically open your hands, palms facing the ceiling, right wherever you are sitting. Go to the comments and type this final declaration of receiving: the dam has broken. I am fully open to massive abundance. When you type this, you are officially signing the receipt for your miracles. You are telling God that the heavy lifting is done, the lessons are learned, and you are ready to simply sit back and let the universe serve you. But I promised you undeniable proof. I promised you a physical sign that this timeline is locked in. In the final part of this deep dive, I am going to reveal the highly specific, incredibly rare sign that your spirit guides have placed on your path for tomorrow. If you see this, you will know with absolute certainty that your old life is gone forever. You have reached the final threshold. Take one last, slow, deep breath in with me. Hold it for just a second. And as you exhale, let every single muscle in your body completely relax. You are entirely safe now. The battle is officially out of your hands. To permanently shatter any lingering doubt in your logical mind, and to prove to you that your timeline has officially shifted into this new, abundant reality, your spiritual team has orchestrated a highly specific, undeniable synchronicity in the physical world. Listen very carefully, because if you do not know what to look for, you might miss your own confirmation. Within the next 24 to 48 hours, you are going to experience a highly specific sequence. You will be going about your normal routine, and you are going to suddenly feel an unexplainable, comforting warmth wash over the back of your neck and your shoulders, as if someone just wrapped a heavy, warm blanket around you. In that exact moment, you will look down, or you will look at a completely random spot in your environment, maybe inside your car, on your desk, or right by your front door. And you are going to find a completely pristine, white feather in a place where it has absolutely no logical reason to be. Right after you see that feather, you will glance at a clock, a receipt, or a license plate, and you will see the numbers 888. The sudden warmth is the physical presence of Archangel Michael standing directly behind you, guarding your new timeline. The white feather is the physical signature of the universe, and the 888 is the divine seal of infinite financial and emotional abundance. When this happens, your breath will catch in your throat, and a profound, heavy wave of peace will wash completely over you. That sudden peace is your physical validation. It is God whispering directly into your spirit, the old cycle is dead. Your new empire is here. When you see this sign, do not panic. Do not question it. Simply smile, place your hand over your heart, and quietly whisper to the empty room, I see the proof. I am ready to step into my new life. If this message brought you profound peace today, if you felt the heavy, suffocating weight finally lift off your chest, I ask that you like this video and subscribe to this channel right now. By doing so, you are not just supporting me. You are actively forcing the algorithm to push this exact healing frequency to another exhausted soul who is crying themselves to sleep tonight, desperately needing a lifeline. Leave one final, permanent declaration in the comments to seal this massive victory into your physical reality forever. Type, the old cycle is dead. My new timeline is permanently locked in. The darkness has permanently lost its grip on your destiny. You survived the storm. Do not lose hope now, because the bright, beautiful morning of your joy has finally arrived. Close your eyes. Sleep in perfect, uninterrupted peace tonight.